Hi everybody, it's Stephanie. It's Tuesday, October 24. Guys, today has been the most mentally frustrating and tiring day that I've had in a long time. I am not tired physically. Mentally, I'm just exhausted. You see, all day long today, I've been going back and forth with my lender and also my realtor and the title company. If I thought that this is what I'd be going through, I probably would not be buying this house, and I would just rent for as long as I can and just save my money. I'll tell you why when we come back. But first, I want to say thank you to all the subscribers and to those people just checking out my channel for the first time. If you find something here that resonates with you, please consider unsubscribing, especially if you're thinking about buying a house.
I'm not suggesting anything so complicated.
Okay guys, I just got home from Publix supermarket. I had to pick up my dinner because I packed away all my dishes and I'm not doing any more grocery shopping. I'm living off of healthy choice because it's a healthy choice. Today I was so mentally burnt out from all the playing phone tags and texts, emails between realtors and also lenders, title companies, insurance companies, going back and forth and trying to touch base and trying to decipher where we are in the scheme of things. I am mentally exhausted, guys. Even if I did have food at home, I wouldn't want to cook. I'm too burnt out mentally. I'm not tired, I'm mentally burnt out. So, tell me if this makes sense. I got healthy choice, only 260 calories. To make up for my frustration, I went to Publix when I got the food and I got Pepperidge Farm coconut layered cake with fruit. First I'm on a diet, then I'm off the diet. Off the diet, on the diet. So my garage is full of boxes. That's all been stacked up against the wall. Because if we close on Thursday, then the boxes are right there to load up. Because usually when you close, you get the keys. All right, so I might as well go up there with a bunch of stuff to put in the house. And I'm hoping not to find any of the owner's belongings there. I won't be happy. So, anyways, as soon as I finish off my meal, I have to get back on here to explain to you what's going on. So nobody said that buying a house is supposed to be pleasant. It can be pleasant. When you're looking for a house in the country or in the city, or a particular home style or color, thinking about what amenities you want. Do you want to move into a community where you have an HOA? Do you want a home that's not in a community but in the city? That can be exciting to make decisions and then driving around looking at houses and to decide what's right for you. But once the process begins where you're applying for a loan, it can be pretty daunting. And even after that, because it's like my realtor said, you're at the mercy of the listing agent and the sellers, because everybody moves at different speeds. Some people need a fire in their ass to get moving, to get things done, to be pushed, to be constantly reminded the closing is just in one more day. You see, I've been packing for the past 4 days. The past 2 days has been the heaviest packing that I have done. All my clothes I had in my closet are now in totes. They're in totes because it's easy to transport that way. So I have to make sure that before we load the truck with all my clothes, that I have to have at least 2 days of fresh clothes in a suitcase, just in case. Today was quite frustrating for me. I felt like a piece of meat between 2 breads and a slice of cheese. Because you see, when my lender calls me up to ask how things are doing and how's the homeowner's insurance coming along, all I gotta say is, we're still waiting on the roof to be fixed. Because without the roof being fixed, we can't have insurance on the house. Am I in charge of the roof repairs? No. I'm not in charge of the roof repairs. Am I a roofer? No. The job to stay on top of the roofer or anything that has to be done in the house that's being sold is between the listing agent and the seller. But even though my lender was calling me, asking me for information, I can only tell them what I know. The house is 2 hours away. And even if it was around the corner, it's not my job to walk up to the house and talk to the builders to find out when they're going to be done. When will the necessary paperwork be submitted? That's the seller and the listing agent. They're supposed to have an open line of communication with my realtors. But I'm finding out that there's no communication between these two. So who suffers? The seller and the buyer. So anyways, the seller is going to pre-sign the closing documents tomorrow. And coming down here from work, I find out from my realtor that the roofing job will be done today, but the paperwork will be submitted tomorrow. That tomorrow morning, my realtor is supposed to get the paperwork that she forwarded to them so they can sign. And then when I get that paperwork, I have to send that out to my insurance company so we're able to obtain insurance. And at which time I get that, and I send that over to my lender because they're waiting for it. We can't close without it. You see what's happening here? all this exchanging of hands. My realtor gave the contractors the paperwork. So when they get the job done, they have to complete the paperwork, do a 4-point inspection, and do the wind mitigation. Then give it back to my realtor. Then she gives it back to me. And then I give it to the insurance company, which gives it back to me again. And then I submit it to the lender. That's like 5-time transaction, given and taken, given and taken. Why can't just the contractor email my realtor and my realtor email the people? Why do I got to be stuck in the middle? I feel like a mediator. I'm not a mediator. You know? It's frustrating. It's frustrating. But this is what I wanted. I wanted to buy my own home. I gotta put up with the bullshit. When I get upset at something like this and I'm frustrated, I swear to God, guys, I begin to see black. My eyes just black right out. It's horrible. I never want to go through this again. I never want to buy a home again. It doesn't matter whether you're having a brand new house built or you're buying an existing home. Both homes got to go through inspection. Yeah, the roof won't have no problems. Yeah, the electrical won't have no problems. The plumbing won't have no problems. The heating and cooling won't have no problems. But you know what? It's still got to be inspected. The building inspector got to come off and sign off on everything. And if they find one thing wrong, guess what? It could be days and weeks before it gets checked out and gets fixed. So now you have someone who's waiting for a new home, frustrated, just like me. I was going to call her my friend, but she's not my friend. Leslie, my neighbor, the evil little doodler that I dated. She's been promised on 3 different occasions that the house is going to be ready here and here. Well, she's still here. She's still living right here. She was supposed to move in this house this month. No, they told her next month. Well, that's what they said 2 months ago. In October, it'll be all set. Oh, it's going to be next month, November, that she moves out. I'd like to move out of here before she does. But you see what I'm getting at? It's frustration. It's people dealing with people, and some people cannot communicate. Some people move too fast. Some people move too slow. I'm a fast thinker, I'm a fast walker, and I move fast. I get things done. Okay? I don't want to be here until November 1st. I don't want to pay another month's rent. I want to pack my stuff on Sunday with my helpers and get the hell out of Dodge. Then come back and settle all the finances that has to do with early lease withdrawal on this. Early lease termination. I can't wait till this is all behind me, because when I moved in, all I'm thinking about is straightening my house out, getting things in order, getting settled in, and doing my job, going to work. Tomorrow I have my interview for a new job, which is only 40 minutes away. So my lender calls me up and says to me, we may have to close on October 31st. That would suck, because I will still move out on Sunday, but that means that I won't have a place to stay for 2 days. For 2 days. I'm gonna go pay $300 a night for a hotel? I don't think so. I'm not gonna pay $300 a night for a measly hotel. But I may have to. I hope not. So, thanks for listening to my frustration today. I just had my dinner, spaghetti and meatballs, and I had a small slice of coconut layered cream cake. It was good. It'll taste much better tomorrow when it's totally defrosted. So anyways, I'll keep you guys informed on my progress with moving out of this cave and into my home, and moving out of this place and packing up and all that stuff. I hope you guys have a nice day. Okay, guys. So, as soon as I hung up with you guys, I finished off my vanilla coconut layered cake. Okay, and I was gonna settle in and get comfortable and finish off some packing, but guess what? I got a call from the town where I'm moving to, and my employer called me from there, where I have been applying for the past 2 weeks. So when I applied for a higher position that pays a little bit more money. And I've been waiting for a few days to get a reply back from the manager there. Well, guess what? As I was about to relax and settle in for the evening, maybe do a little packing, it was my to-be new manager called me to inform me that I got the job. I have the job with the same company I'm working with today, but for all the worrying I have done, that worry has now slid off my chest and my shoulders and my legs, and I feel totally relieved, because that was a concern for me. I'll tell you why in a few minutes. So the right thing to do right now is to contact this company that was going to interview me tomorrow and let them know that I'm staying with my old job, and thank them for an opportunity and giving me the interview. But now I don't have to go to my interview anymore. So I'm just happy, guys. I'm just happy. And the best thing of all this is this. With this new position in the company, it's going to be day shift, which means that I can have a little part-time job during the evening, 3 days a week, so I can recoup some of the money that I have been spending to get into this house and to terminate my lease here early. Okay? And it's not cheap terminating an early lease. It's not good, because that's a big chunk of change, almost $10,000 that you got to pay. And of course, that's together with the early termination fee, and also the last 60 days. That's what I'm paying for. But just the fact that I don't have to drive 40 minutes or an hour to work anymore, only 7 miles in the opposite direction, that's big. That's very big. And I gotta say something. I'm not the most godliest person in the world. But I gotta say this. If there was a higher power that laid their hands upon these employers and said, give her that job, she deserved it. She drove 2 hours for interview. I really got a smile on my face as opposed to what I had in my face about a half an hour ago because of frustration with the closing. This news today just smoothed out everything for me. It smoothed out everything for me. So, wow, that's amazing. I did my best at that interview, and he told me he really liked the interview, that I got great customer service skills, and that's what matters. Tonight, I'm gonna sleep good. I'm gonna sleep so good. So good, guys. Yep. So now all I can actually concentrate on now is the move and the closing and getting settled in. I did tell him that I took a 2.5 week vacation and I'd like to return to work November 15th. So now what I got to do is I have to inform my current boss of all this. Yep. And it's not like I'm quitting, so I don't have to give no notice. I'm just transferring out. And I'm also going to thank my current boss too, because he's been very, very communicative with me during my years that I've known him and the years that I've worked with him. He's a very easy person to talk to. And he did reach out to those managers to tell them about my transfer. Amazing. So anyways, that's the news I had to give you guys, because now I feel so empowered. I feel so empowered to know that all I gotta worry about is packing my stuff, moving my stuff into the U-Haul truck with my co-workers and get out of Dodge. So anyways, I'll be talking to you guys very, very soon.